Hey, how are you guys doing? So today is September the 2nd on a Tuesday. I'm going to show you the trades I took this AM session. So pretty much I'm going to do a trade recap of what happened today and what were my thoughts. I also do live stream on TikTok now. Every time I do go live is when I'm going to be trading. So I'm probably going to be trading this whole week due to it being some good impact news. And initially, I did go long on NQ because I was pretty bullish on the day, but after looking at the higher time frame, like the 30 minute and the 15 minute, I went break even, and I'm glad I did because I would have lost $450 on the day. And I'm glad I managed my risk, and I'm glad I switched bias when I needed to, and I know I needed to because of the higher time frame. So I'm glad that I did that because if we go to the 30 minute, we can see a perfect rejection on NQ as well as a perfect close, pretty much making it a power of three. And after I saw that on ES and NQ, I took ES because it was the weakest pair, and which I formed my 15-minute inversion because that was pretty much my entry uh, from the lower time frame, which is over here, as you can see. I could have got on NQ, but on the higher time frame, we were still bouncing off this 30-minute inverse, or I mean fair value gap. So I wasn't pretty confident on that. And on ES, there was no bigger time frame imbalances, so that's why I took ES instead. But other than that, I did take five cons. I was pretty much targeting the daily lows, which was pretty much a SMT holding between NQ and ES. And ES hasn't taken out the daily lows, which was pretty much my draw liquidity. But I knew that was going to be high resistance due to the day of us already reaching some good amount of highs and taking out liquidity on 930 on both sides. Unfortunately, it did not take NQ's 930 low, which I was expecting, which is why I actually trailed my stop. Like I said, good risk management, good trade management overall for me. And as you can see, after the take out these highs, I dragged my stop over here because I knew if we went back up, we would just, not come back at all. And I'm glad I did that because at the end of the day, I did make $450. I was up max 650, but it doesn't matter. I trailed my trade where I know it shouldn't have went, and I did it as I should, and it worked out perfectly because if I didn't, it would have hit my break even, and I would have lost out on all these gains, and I still would have been in the trade, and I still would have been stressing. And I don't want to trade like that anymore, and I don't want to, hold my losers longer than my winners. So I'm glad I managed that. So I made $450 on here, and $450 on options. I took the same entry on options as I did in futures. But other than that, let me know what you guys took today, if you guys took a win or a loss, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.